Hey there, Sarah with Next Gen Medium. My microphone's gone. It's gone. I've got it in a special place and I'm doing special things with it, so I don't want to move it. So we're using the computer audio today and hopefully it records. That's all I'm asking for. I don't set my expectations very high for this, but that's okay. Nonetheless, the messages are still the same of what I can pass along to you when it comes to my experience with psychic, medium, intuitive, and healing stuff. All that stuff has to do with what I do with Next Gen Medium. And so a little heads up first, I'm moving my members area. So I'm eliminating it from the website at nextgenmedium.com and I'm moving everything to Patreon. So you can donate at my Patreon page, patreon.com/slash nextgenmedium. And from there, you'll be able to donate for different tiers and get different things with the different tiers. And there are tiers missing, and there's a reason why. And that stuff will come to light very soon. So adding a little mystery to the video today. But Reddit answers, it's what I do. I go to the subreddits of like mediums, spirituality, psychic. I see what kind of questions are out there. And maybe I can shine a little bit of knowledge, experience, my truth into the kinds of questions that people have out there and that kind of stuff. For years, I didn't know I had these abilities, and then I discovered them. So my view is that everybody's capable of doing it. We just aren't aware of how it works, and that there's a possibility that we can do that too. We just don't know that. We aren't conditioned to know that. So, going to Reddit answers, we got a question here in the subreddits of mediums. And it is as follows. Does depression medication always hinder your abilities? I'm trying to get a surgery scheduled and hoping to get it scheduled as soon as possible. My surgeon has insisted that it was a requirement that all patients with my condition go on one of 3 depression medications for chronic pain. The surgery will fix this, so I'd rather not. I filled 3 months of something to appease the surgeon and hopefully get scheduled. Okay, I see what's happening. I'm early in my medium development and I'm definitely still healing. Part of me is thinking that it wouldn't hurt to try it. It is supposed to have benefits for ADD, and my biggest roadblock is slowing down my monkey brain, frontal lobe. Of course, I don't want to lose or hinder my abilities or stunt my growth. What has been your personal experience with this? Has anyone ever heard of it actually being a benefit to anyone? Thank you. Actually, there's an answer here. There's a couple. Okay. I just want to see what these answers are because there wasn't an answer there when I first came across this question. So I want to see what other people are saying. One person says, I've been taking an antidepressant for most but not all of my time since I started training. I've seen no impact, positive or negative. Another person, I'm not a medium, but I've had experiences of energy swirling into my third eye in a good way since starting antidepressants. Another person says, no, it can be used without hindering your abilities. So for me, I started taking anxiety medication way before I even started exploring my abilities. I guess you can call it antidepressant, anxiety antidepressant. I don't know if that's maybe a different kind of medication, but I think there's similarities there. So for me, I mean, I came across my abilities, was able to get to a point of it becoming a reality in my life of having these abilities and seeing their evidence, and continue growth and do readings and do all these other things while taking anxiety medication. The irony is there came a point of discovering my abilities, actually 2 days after that possibility came to light, that I started dealing with lots of anxiety, like panic attack kind of anxiety, which actually was the start of my spiritual awakening. So I was already on anxiety medication, having incredible anxiety, which I hadn't experienced on anxiety medication until that point, which scared me because I was thinking, like, how am I having this incredible anxiety and panic stuff, and I'm on the medication that's supposed to avoid this stuff from happening? I did white light meditations, and I was able to keep, like, simmer back down. So, and I haven't felt that way since that spiritual awakening, opening up stuff. So, from my personal experience, I have found my medication to not be a problem in my development. I think, if anything, it's helped me be able to focus better. I think it's even helped me face fears that maybe I wouldn't have faced before taking medication. That, I can't speak to a truth about that, but that would be my answer. Does anxiety or depression medication mess with being able to receive messaging or any of that kind of stuff? From my personal experience, already had been on this stuff and been through maybe 2 or 3 different kinds of anxiety, depression medicines by that point. So years of taking it and then being able to find my abilities, and still on it through this whole time. So I would love to be without it, and it's something I've been thinking a lot about the past year or two. But we'll see about that journey. It's funny that you mention is supposed to have benefits for ADD, and my biggest roadblock is slowing down my monkey brain, frontal lobe. So what you might find is that and don't quote me on this, but there may be a possibility that it could chill you down a little bit so that you can sit and focus for a length of time, and be able to receive the subtle stuff, which is hard to receive when your brain's going a million miles an hour. So this might be helpful to you. To say that it won't change how you do things, I think setting the expectation that it will change things will open you up to however things are going to evolve. And the fact of the matter is that things are always evolving, no matter what kind of medication you take, whatever kind of moods you're in. Like, your abilities are going to evolve with time and change with time, no matter what, because you are constantly evolving and changing with time. You are gaining more experiences. You are gaining new references. And with that, those things that maybe you use as references for vocabulary of how that language works, sometimes it's a clean slate and you're starting all over again with, what the hell is that supposed to mean? I don't even know. So I would say do what you're going to do to make yourself healthy and to make yourself feel, I don't know, maybe in control of your health. And I think that is always a great baseline to work off of when it comes to really getting into your abilities, and learning that intuitive voice. That is the most important part of this whole thing. So good luck to you. And yeah, I'd love to see if you take a medication or have had experience with using your abilities and then taking medication, how things have changed for you. Yeah, tell me in the comments. I'd be interested to know. And yeah, we'll go from there. So check out my website, nextgenmedium.com. And if this information helped you, you can explore more videos than I have. You can also check out my Next Gen Medium podcast. It's everywhere. People love it on Spotify. Like, that's the most popular platform, I notice, for my podcast. And you can donate to my Patreon account, which helps me keep my website and continue bringing you more material, more training stuff that I have, that I'm developing, and that I want to bring you guys. So go to patreon.com/nextgenmedium. Help me out. And thank you for watching. Bye.